Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and everyone who's joined us today, in the pursuit of personal and professional development, I warmly welcome you. As we gather here, we find ourselves united by a common thread, a thread that weaves through the tapestry of our lives, coloring our experiences and shaping our destinies. This thread, often seen as a challenge, is the experience of pain. I want you to think back to a time in your life when you faced a challenge so daunting, a hurdle so high that it seemed insurmountable. Recall the sensation, the feeling that this was a mountain too steep to climb. Yet here you are today, a testament to the human spirit's resilience and ability to conquer adversity. It's essential to recognize that pain, in its many forms, is an inevitable part of our journey. But more importantly, it is temporary. Imagine pain as a traveler passing through the seasons of your life. It arrives, sometimes unannounced, often unwelcome, and it sets up camp. During its stay, it tests us, pushes us, and demands more from us than we ever thought possible. But like all travelers, it moves on, leaving behind a trail of lessened strength and often an unrecognizable version of ourselves, stronger and more resilient than before. Now, I'm not here to tell you that pain is easy, nor am I here to diminish the struggles that each of us faces. But in my years of experience, interacting with people from all walks of life, from the young entrepreneur brimming with ideas to the seasoned professional standing at a crossroads, I've seen a universal truth. This truth is that pain, no matter how severe, how deep, or how long-lasting it appears, is a temporary state. It is not a permanent residence, but rather a stopover on our journey to greater heights. Pain can often feel like a relentless storm, battering the shores of our resolve, threatening to flood the foundations of our hopes and dreams. But remember, even the fiercest storm eventually runs out of rain. In its wake, it leaves a landscape that is often changed, yes, but also ripe for new growth, new possibilities, and new beginnings. I want you to hold on to this thought. Pain is temporary. It may not feel like it in the moment. It may seem as though the night will never end, but the dawn always breaks. The sun always rises, bringing with it light, warmth, and the promise of a new day. The lessons pain teaches us. Let's use these experiences as stepping stones to build a path to a future where we are not defined by our pain, but rather we are defined by how we overcame it, how we use it to fuel our journey to success. In the words that follow, I will take you through the landscape of pain, its nature, its lessons, and most importantly, how we can transform it from a foe into an ally. Together, we will explore the power within us to not just endure pain, but to triumph over it. And with that, let us venture into understanding pain, not as an enemy, but as an integral, albeit challenging, part of our growth and development. Remember, in the grand narrative of your life, pain is but a chapter, not the entire story. Let's turn the page together and see what lies ahead. As we turn this page and step into the realm of understanding pain in the context of our growth, we embark on an exploration that is both profound and transformative. It's crucial to acknowledge that growth, in its true essence, is not a journey marked by unbroken strides of success and ease. Rather, it is punctuated with trials, tribulations, and yes, pain. You see, the concept of growth intertwined with pain is not just a philosophical musing. It is deeply rooted in the very fabric of our existence. Think about the process of physical growth. It's often accompanied by growing pains. Similarly, our personal and professional growth is not devoid of discomfort. Pain, in its various forms, whether emotional, physical, or psychological, acts as a catalyst that propels us forward, facilitating growth in ways comfort never could. Consider the story of a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis. The struggle to break free is not an easy one. It's a fight that requires strength, endurance, and resilience. However, it's through this struggle that the butterfly gains the strength in its wings to fly. Without this painful process, the butterfly would never soar. Similarly, in our lives, the struggles we face, the pain we endure, build our strength, character, and resilience. They equip us with the wings to soar higher in our personal and professional endeavors. The lives of those who have faced adversity head on and emerge stronger. History is replete with examples of individuals who have used their pain as a stepping stone to greatness. Think of the greatest inventors, leaders, and visionaries. Their paths were never smooth. They faced rejection, failure, and heartbreak, yet they didn't allow their pain to be a roadblock. Instead, they used it as a stepping stone to achieve greatness. Their pain wasn't a stopping point. It was a starting point for growth and transformation. Take the story of a young girl who faced rejection from multiple publishers for her manuscript. Each rejection was a sting, a moment of pain and doubt. But she persisted, believing in her story and her potential. Today, J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series is a global phenomenon. It wasn't just her talent that led to her success. It was her ability to persevere through the pain of rejection and criticism. Now, bring this closer to our own lives. Each one of us here has faced our own set of challenges and pains. Perhaps it was a business venture that didn't take off, a career path that hit a dead end, or a personal loss that left us reeling. In those moments of pain, we are presented with two choices: to succumb or to overcome. To succumb is to allow the pain to define and diminish us. To overcome is to use the pain as a tool for growth, learning from it and allowing it to strengthen us. This process of growing through pain is not about dismissing or belittling our struggles. It's about acknowledging them, learning from them, and then moving past them. It's about changing our narrative from, why is this happening to me? What can I learn from this? This shift in perspective is where growth begins. Growth through pain is also about resilience. Resilience is not a trait that we are born with. It's a muscle that we build. Each time we face a challenge and choose to stand up, dust ourselves off, and move forward, we strengthen this muscle. The more we exercise it, the stronger it becomes. And with a strong resilience muscle, we are better equipped to handle future challenges and pains. Moreover, it's essential to understand that pain is not just a teacher, it's also a guide. It often points us in directions we would never have considered. Many times, the path we are on is comfortable, familiar, but not necessarily where we are meant to be. Pain nudges us out of complacency, forcing us to explore new avenues and opportunities. It pushes us out of our comfort zones, where real growth happens. Then we reflect on the role of pain in our growth, that it's not the pain that defines us, but how we respond to it. It's our response to pain that shapes our character, owns our strengths, and builds our legacy. When we look back on our lives, it won't be the moments of ease and comfort that stand out. It will be the times we faced pain head on, wrestled with it, and emerged victorious. These are the moments that define our journey and our growth. The challenges and the pains that come our way, view them not as barriers, but as bridges to a stronger, more resilient, and more successful self. And as we do so, let's carry with us the unshakable belief that pain is temporary, but the growth and strength we gain from it are everlasting. Venture deeper into understanding the nature of temporary pain. This exploration is not just about recognizing pain as a transient phase, but also about learning how to distinguish between temporary discomfort and long-term suffering, and how to navigate through these waters with grace and fortitude. When we talk about the nature of temporary pain, what we're really discussing is the inherent transience of life's challenges. It's about the understanding that life's most difficult moments, no matter how intense, are not permanent fixtures in our journey. This realization is liberating. It allows us to face adversity with a different mindset, one that acknowledges the pain, but also sees beyond it to the potential for growth and renewal. Now, to grasp this concept, you consider the analogy of a sculptor chiseling a block of marble. Each strike of the chisel, no doubt, is a shock to the stone, a moment of impact that changes its shape forever. The marble, if it could feel, each strike might be akin to a moment of pain. But this pain is temporary. With each strike, the sculptor is shaping something beautiful, something lasting. In our lives, we are both the marble and the sculptor. The pains we experience are the strikes that shape us, and with each strike, we have the opportunity to create something more refined, more defined, and more representative of who we are meant to be. Now, turn our focus to differentiating temporary pain from enduring struggles. Temporary pain is like the weather. It changes, it moves, and it eventually passes. It could be the pain of failure, the sting of rejection, the discomfort of stepping out of our comfort zone. These pains are acute. They hurt intensely, but they are not permanent states. They are the pains that, when endured and understood, lead to personal growth, new opportunities, and increased resilience. Enduring struggles, on the other hand, are different. They are more like a climate, a long-term state that can define our environment. These are deeper issues that may require a different approach, often involving long-term strategies, external help, or significant life changes. The key here is recognizing which type of pain we are dealing with so we can respond appropriately. Take a moment to consider the temporary nature of most challenges. I am back to a time when you faced a difficult situation. Perhaps at the moment, it felt all-consuming, as if the pain would never end, but it did. Over time, the intensity lessened, the situation changed, and you moved forward. This is the nature of most pains we encounter. They are temporary. But what makes temporary pain so significant? It is significant because it is during these phases of discomfort that we often make the most meaningful changes in our lives. It's when we're uncomfortable that we're most likely to take action, to make a change, to grow. Comfort doesn't motivate us in the same way. Comfort doesn't push us to reach new heights. And pain does. This understanding leads us to a critical realizance. The way we react to pain is more important than the pain itself. Our reaction, our attitude towards these temporary challenges, is what ultimately determines their impact on our lives. Do we see pain as a setback, a roadblock, or do we see it as a teacher, a guide, a catalyst for growth? The choice is ours. Furthermore, embracing the temporary nature of pain empowers us to endure it more gracefully. It's the knowledge that this too shall pass as it gives us the strength to persevere. It's the understanding that every painful experience is an opportunity to learn something new about ourselves, to build resilience, and to develop coping strategies that will serve us in the future. So as we navigate through our respective journeys, remind ourselves of the impermanent nature of pain. Let's approach each challenge with a mindset that this is not a permanent state, but a moment in time that will pass. Use these moments not as reasons to despair, but as opportunities to learn, grow, and prepare ourselves for whatever lies ahead. The concept of resilience building through adversity, it's important to acknowledge that this is more than just a topic. It's a crucial life skill. It's about turning the temporary pains and challenges we face into stepping stones for personal growth and inner strength. Just like a muscle that becomes stronger with exercise, our resilience intensifies each time we confront and overcome difficulties. The journey of building resilience is akin to sailing a ship through stormy seas. These storms of life, though daunting, teach us how to navigate, how to steady our ship, and how to emerge stronger with the knowledge and experience that equip us for future voyages. It's in the heart of these storms that we discover our true potential and resilience. Resilience is not something we're born with. It's forged in the fire of adversity. It's developed in those moments when you're faced with a challenge so overwhelming that giving up seems the easiest option, yet you choose to persevere. Every time you overcome an obstacle, every time you find a way to move forward despite the setbacks, you're building your resilience. This process is not about avoiding pain or adversity, but about facing them head on and using them as opportunities to become stronger and more capable. Take the example of a business leader facing a financial crisis. The situation seems bleak, the future uncertain. Yet it's through navigating these choppy financial waters, making tough decisions, and learning from each misstep that this leader builds resilience. The crisis becomes a crucible, transforming their approach to business and leadership. Similarly, in our personal lives, we encounter situations that test our emotional and mental fortitude. It might be the loss of a loved one, a personal failure, or a health challenge. Each of these experiences, while painful, carries within it the seeds of growth and resilience. As we work through our grief, learn from our failures, or adapt to new limitations, we're building a reservoir of strength that will help us in future challenges. Moreover, building resilience is also about developing a mindset that views challenges as opportunities. It's about adopting a perspective that sees beyond the immediate pain and focuses on the potential for growth. This mindset shift doesn't happen overnight. It requires practice, patience, and persistence. It's about training yourself to ask, what can I learn from this? Instead of, why is this happening to me? This learning-oriented approach transforms the way we deal with adversity. Instead of being knocked down by challenges, we begin to see them as learning experiences. Each obstacle teaches us something new about ourselves, about others, about life. These lessons are invaluable. They cannot be taught in a classroom or read in a book. They are learned in the trenches of life, where resilience is built. One effective way to build resilience is through reflection and introspection. After facing a challenge, take the time to reflect on what happened. What did you learn? How did you grow? What strengths did you discover in yourself? This process of reflection turns experience into wisdom, pain into strength. Another key aspect of building resilience is the support system we create around ourselves. Just as a tree relies on a network of roots to stand tall and withstand storms, we need a strong support system to help us through tough times. This support can come from family, friends, mentors, or even professional counselors. These individuals provide us with different perspectives, advice, and the emotional support we need to persevere. Furthermore, building resilience also involves taking care of ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally. Just like a warrior prepares for battle, we need to prepare ourselves for life's challenges. This preparation involves regular exercise, a healthy diet, adequate sleep, and practices that support our mental health, such as meditation or journaling. By taking care of ourselves, we ensure that we're in the best possible shape to face whatever comes our way. The challenges we encounter with a spirit of resilience. Let's view each difficulty as a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. That the process of building resilience is ongoing. It doesn't stop after one challenge or one victory. It's a lifelong journey, one that makes us more adaptable, more robust, and more prepared for the future. As we journey further, embracing the resilience we've built through overcoming adversity, we arrive at a profound realization. Pain, in its raw and unvarnished form, can be a powerful catalyst for change. It's a force that, while initially may bring discomfort and unease, ultimately has the power to transform, to push us into realms of growth and innovation that comfort and routine never could. Yeah. Consider the essence of change. Change is often born from a place of discomfort, a place where staying the same becomes more painful than the risk involved in changing. Pain, in this context, is not just a challenge to be endured. It becomes a driving force, compelling us to seek new horizons, to rethink our strategies, and to reevaluate our goals. It is in these moments of acute discomfort that we often find the impetus to make the most significant changes in our lives. Picture the entrepreneur who faces a failing business. Each day brings mounting debts, dwindling customers, and the looming threat of bankruptcy. It's an all-consuming pain, one that threatens to overwhelm. Yet it is this very pain, it drives the entrepreneur to innovate a pivot, to find a new way to save their business. Without this pain, the comfort of the status quo might have led to stagnation. With it, there's a push towards reinvention and ultimately success. Similarly, in our personal lives, pain can be the trigger for transformative change. Consider the individual who faces a health scare. This moment of pain and fear becomes a turning point, leading to a complete overhaul in lifestyle, diet, and exercise. What was once an unassailable routine of unhealthy habits gives way to a renewed focus on health and well-being. Pain, therefore, becomes a catalyst for a positive, life-altering transformation. It's important to recognize that while pain initiates the process of change, it is our response to this pain that determines the outcome. It's about channeling the energy of our discomfort into positive action. This requires a mindset shift, a willingness to step out of our comfort zones and embrace new possibilities. It's about seeing beyond the immediate discomfort and focusing on the potential for something better on the other side. Change spurred by pain is not about a blind leap into the unknown. It's a thoughtful, deliberate process of exploring new options, learning new skills, and opening ourselves up to new experiences. It's about taking the lessons learned from our painful experiences and using them to build a better, stronger, and more fulfilling future. Also consider the role of resilience in this process. The resilience we've built through our past experiences of adversity becomes a critical asset when navigating change. It gives us the strength to endure the uncertainties and challenges that come with any significant change. It provides a foundation of inner strength that we can rely on when things get tough. Moreover, pain is a catalyst for change. doesn't just apply to individuals. It applies to societies and organizations as well. History is filled with examples of societal pain leading to significant reforms and advancements. It's often in the aftermath of crisis and conflict that we see the most profound societal changes, whether it's in the form of new laws, new movements, or new ways of thinking. View the pains and challenges we encounter not as obstacles, but as opportunities. Opportunities to reassess, to reinvent, and to rejuvenate. Approach change not with fear and apprehension, but with excitement and optimism for what lies ahead. Navigating through painful experiences is akin to steering a ship through a treacherous storm. It's about understanding the nature of the storm, preparing for it, and knowing that eventually calm waters will appear on the horizon. Just as a seasoned sailor learns to read the winds and waves, we too can learn to navigate through the turbulent waters of pain and emerge stronger and wiser. First, acknowledge a simple truth. Pain, in its various forms, is an inevitable part of our journey. It's a universal experience, one that touches every life at some point. But while pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. It's not the pain itself that causes the most distress. It's how we perceive and respond to it. Our mindset, our approach to these experiences can make all the difference. One of the first steps in navigating through painful experiences is acceptance. Acceptance does not mean resignation or giving up. Rather, it's about acknowledging reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. It's understanding that some things are beyond our control. This acceptance allows us to stop fighting against the inevitable and start focusing on what we can do. It opens up a space for us to deal with our situation more constructively. Naming, after acceptance comes the phase of understanding. This involves taking a step back and looking at the situation objectively. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience help me grow? Every challenge carries a lesson. It's through understanding these lessons that we find meaning in our pain. And this meaning helps us to bear the burden more easily. Another vital aspect of navigating through pain is self-care. Often in the midst of dealing with painful experiences, we neglect our own needs. However, taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental well-being is crucial during these times. Engaging in activities that nourish and rejuvenate us, such as exercise, meditation, or spending time in nature, can provide the strength and resilience needed to deal with our challenges. But it's also important to seek support when navigating through pain. Just as a ship in a storm may send out a distress signal, we too can reach out for help. This support can come in many forms. A trusted friend, a family member, a professional counselor. Sharing our burden can lighten it, and the perspectives and guidance of others can provide invaluable assistance in finding our way through. Developing a problem-solving mindset is key to navigating through pain. Instead of dwelling on the problem, focus on finding solutions. Break down the situation into manageable parts and tackle each part systematically. This proactive approach empowers us to take control where we can and leads to a sense of accomplishment and progress. Patience plays a critical role in this journey as well. The path through pain is rarely linear. There will be setbacks and detours. It's important to be patient with ourselves in the process. Healing and growth take time, and rushing through or forcing outcomes can lead to frustration and exhaustion. An often overlooked but powerful tool in navigating through pain is gratitude. Even in the darkest of times, there are things to be grateful for. Focusing on these can shift our perspective, provide a sense of peace and hope, and remind us of the good that still exists in our lives. Maintaining a sense of hope is essential. Hope acts like a beacon, guiding us through the darkness. It's the belief that things can and will get better. This hope is not based on wishful thinking, but on the understanding that pain is temporary and that we have the strength and resources to get through it. Understanding that navigating through pain is not merely an act of endurance, but also an opportunity for profound growth. We arrive at an enlightening realization. This realization is that there is indeed a bright side to pain. It might seem counterintuitive to associate pain with anything positive, yet it is in the crucible of our challenges and discomforts that some of those valuable life lessons are forged. Imagine for a moment a garden in the early stages of spring. The soil is being turned, seeds are being planted, and the entire scene is one of upheaval and transformation. To the untrained eye, it might look chaotic, even destructive. But we know that this process as arduous as it seems, leads to a bloom of vibrant flowers and lush greenery. Similarly, the pains and trials we endure are like the turning of the soil in our lives. They unsettle us, yes, but they also prepare us for growth, for blooming into our fullest potential. One of the brightest sides of pain is the development of empathy and compassion. When we experience pain, we gain a deeper understanding of what it means to struggle, to feel lost, or to face adversity. This understanding fosters a profound sense of empathy towards others going through similar experiences. It breaks down the walls of isolation and ego, reminding us of our shared human experience. In this way, pain not only transforms us, but also connects us more deeply with those around us. And furthermore, pain often brings clarity and perspective. In the midst of our busiest days, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Pain has a way of cutting through the noise, bringing it into sharp focus the things that are genuinely important. It reminds us of the value of health, the importance of relationships, and the preciousness of time. This clarity can lead to a reevaluation of priorities, often steering us towards a more fulfilling path. Another bright side of pain is the strength and resilience that it builds within us. Like a tree that withstands storm after storm, our roots grow deeper, our trunks sturdier, and our branches more robust. We emerge from painful experiences not weakened, but stronger, more resilient, and more adaptable. This strength is not just for ourselves. It becomes a source of support and inspiration for others. Pain also has the potential to be a powerful motivator for change and innovation. Throughout history, some of the greatest advancements and achievements have been born from a place of discomfort or dissatisfaction. Pain pushes us to challenge the status quo, to question, to innovate, and to find better ways of doing things. In essence, the bright side of pain lies in its transformative power. It is a teacher like no other, imparting lessons of empathy, clarity, strength, and motivation. It reshapes our lives not by diminishing us, but by expanding our horizons, deepening our understanding, and enriching our connections. It becomes clear that our journey through understanding pain is not just an intellectual exercise. Rather, it's a call to action, a beckoning to apply these insights to our everyday lives. The knowledge we've gained about pain, its temporary nature, and its role as a catalyst for growth and change sets the stage for a transformative path ahead. Consider this moment as a starting point, a springboard into a future where we are no longer at the mercy of our pains and challenges, but are masters of them. It's a future where each of us, armed with resilience, understanding, and a proactive mindset, can turn the tides of our personal and professional lives for the better. The first step in this transformative journey is to adopt a mindset of empowerment. Instead of viewing pain as a formidable enemy, see it as a challenge to be met with courage, intelligence, and strategy. It's about shifting our perspective from a passive, "why is this happening to me?" to an active, "what can I do about this?" This change in mindset is the key that unlocks the potential within each painful experience to be a source of growth and learning. Commit to being architects of our own destiny. We've seen how pain can be a catalyst for change, driving us to reevaluate, adapt, and innovate. And harness this power. When faced with challenges, let's ask ourselves, how can the situation spur me to grow? What new paths can I explore? What changes can I implement? This is not about finding immediate solutions. It's about setting a direction for continuous growth and improvement. Moreover, let's not forget the importance of resilience. This resilience isn't a trait that some are born with and others are not. It's a skill that we can all develop. It's forged in the fires of adversity, strengthened with each challenge we overcome. Each of us has an inner strength far greater than we often realize. Let's pledge to nurture and build this resilience, knowing that it will be our most trusted companion in times of trial. Recognize the power of connection and empathy. Our shared experiences of pain bind us in a common human story. By reaching out, sharing our stories, and supporting each other, we not only lighten our own burdens, but also help others on their journey. Be there for one another, offering a listening ear, a word of encouragement, or a helping hand. Step forward with a spirit of optimism and hope. Pain, no matter how intense or daunting, is temporary. Beyond every night is the promise of a new dawn. Let's hold on to this hope as we navigate through life's challenges. Let's remember that every experience, especially the painful ones, is an opportunity for growth, learning, and ultimate success. As we conclude, I invite you to embrace this call to action. Let's take the insights and lessons we've gathered and apply them to our lives with determination and enthusiasm. Remember, in the symphony of your life, you are the composer. Each challenge, each pain is a note that contributes to the beauty of the melody. Let's compose a masterpiece of resilience, growth, and success. The path ahead is ours to walk, and the journey, though filled with challenges, is replete with opportunities for greatness. Let's begin that journey today.